dynamic warm-up or stretch. Basically, what we want to go over here is that there's been a lot of talk and conversation about what's better to do before your workout. What kind of warm-up should you do? Should you be doing long holds or what we would call static stretches? Or if your warm-up should be more of a movement type of exercise? And what we've realized with a lot of literature and research is that a dynamic warm-up is always safer before exercising. Things like if you're holding stretches for long periods of time before you work out, you kind of put yourself in a position where you're more predisposed to injury because you're kind of separating the cross fibers of that muscle and it becomes more dangerous. So your warm-up should more mimic the type of things you're going to be doing in that workout or whatever sport or activity you might be playing. So I'm going to describe and show you the dynamic warm-up that I would usually go over with my clients. It's going to cover a little bit of space, but what it's going to do is it's going to have us moving and get a lot of muscles involved, but not necessarily stretched to the point where it might be dangerous for our activity. So what we're going to work on here is we're going to start with balancing on one leg, keeping your core nice and tight. You're going to get a nice hamstring stretch. With that same leg, you're going to bring it across the other leg in a figure 4. You're going to lean forward and you're going to get a good stretch in your hip capsule right in through here. With that same leg, you're going to step forward, drop your knee down, and shift your hips forward to get a good hip flexor stretch. From that point, you're going to open up. That's going to get good rotation in the lower back. From that point, bring your hands back down to the floor, do a quick hamstring and calf stretch, and back up to the top. So I'll mimic it again, going this way, and I'll just go through the progressions. So we're going hamstring, back down, hip capsule, step out, knee down to the ground, shift your hips forward, hip flexor, rotate up, hands back together, hamstring calf, and step right back up. So that's a great dynamic warm-up to do before your exercises, and you want to save your long static holds for after the exercise.